Hey, third attempt, and I am live. Yes. Hi, everyone. It's just an impromptu live. I've I finished work, came back, and it's about 50 degrees out there. So we're just living in our houses. We're not going out. And I had a reflection starting all because of the Lioness Oracle. Actually, it started with the Marielle. And then it carried on with the Lioness Oracle and the Star Child too. So I'm going to talk about a few decks today because, as you know, I am going through my decks and see together what works for me and what doesn't, needs to get out of the door. And one of my latest acquisition is the Lioness Oracle Tarot. As soon as I've seen it, I knew it would be a deck for me. I didn't know if it would work for me, but I knew that I would like it very much. So let's move this. This is the box that's just perfect. It's a perfect box. You can see there's a bit of delay here. And this is what happens with this deck. Now, it's supposed to be an oracle and a tarot, okay? Which works actually, both as an oracle and tarot. The only thing is, I don't feel any earthly vibes with it. It just, when I read with it, and I've started this last month reading with it, I get otherworldly vibe, if I can say this. And it just doesn't work for me as a tarot, as a normal tarot. As in, you know, if you ask me, let's say if I get these two cards, I mean, I haven't done any readings for anyone else, but let's say I get these two cards, I really don't picture it in my mind to do a normal tarot reading with it. And that's when the idea came through. I thought, actually, I have a few decks like this where they're so otherworldly, and that's the only word I can use, so otherworldly, that I think I'm going to use them for the higher chakras, the ones that are not physical. That's when the idea came. And like this card, for example, as soon as I saw it, I saw an incarnation, past life, message from a guide, anything but a reading, as in, you know, am I going to get the job? Or I would be absolutely unable, although I know what the Seven of Cups is. I would be absolutely unable looking at the picture, because this is what triggers me. That's how I read tarot and oracles, to give a straight answer. This is a beautiful deck, and I know it resonates with me, but I think it resonates on a higher level. You have here all the solar system. How cool. There's a few planets too, pictures of planets, which, you know, I'd never really look at normally. And look at him or her playing the, it's not a guitar, it's an old type guitar, and I'm absolutely got no culture in it. I don't know what type of guitar it is, but it's very old. And you know, it's like the celestial sound to me. It's a card where I could link into the celestial sound and the sound of the planets and to get my answer, but not as the Eight of Wands. And I think that's where the problem is. To me, it's an oracle. It's not exactly a tarot. I can see people coming in and out. Hello. I hope you can hear and see me. Maybe you're having problems seeing me properly. I'm not sure. So even this one, same. You know, I know what the Five of Pentacles is, and you can see it's raining on the people, and she really tried to give it a meaning with a collage of being outside of the loop here. But at the same time, I really feel they are life path cards more than divination cards to me. Actually, she said she created it after the passing of her father, and I very much feel the other side vibe from these cards. I mean, that devil card is not a devil, it's the same. It just doesn't represent the devil to me. But you could absolutely connect to an ancestor through this card. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the titles at all. I don't know. Like the Marielle, transform the Marielle. Excuse me, it's extremely hot. I'm trying to be all together. It's twins, for example, and that really talks to me. And I know a lot of people talk about twin souls. I'm not exactly on about this, but you could call it twin soul if you want. Four of Swords looks more like a nostalgia card and somebody you're missing. To me, it's a connection to the other world. There's nothing of a tarot in it, really. That's my perception. So that's how my reflection started. I thought, what am I going to do with this deck? Because I know I like it. I know it vibes with me, but it doesn't vibe the way the creator made it. So I saw that she brought out an oracle, which, I was tempted of reselling this one and then buying the oracle, but I thought, no, because I like this one. Why would I sell it? It doesn't work for me as a tarot. So I decided to look at some decks that don't work for me exactly the way the creators intended. And I'm just sharing my reflection with you. So I hope it's not boring because it's not exactly structured as such, but I have a million decks to show you if you like watching decks, looking at decks. Even these strengths, you see, to me, it's a burst. It's not strength at all. So I think I'm going to do away with the keywords, but I don't want to cut the cards though. So I'll see if I can put some white on it or something. And look at that. Isn't that about incarnation? So on here we have Bowie, but he was from another word too. Um, so that was my reflection with this deck. So from this, I started looking at the Star Child Tarot because this is one of them too that I really like, that I really vibe with, but I can't read with because the I think the tarot structure doesn't work for me. Now, I've got the second edition, which is this booklet. That's the second edition booklet. And the third edition booklet, this one. Now, when I was looking through the chakras after, my slot at the Tarothon, I noticed that, you see, the first chakra we have is the Earth Star chakra. And it's the one that's below our feet and linking us to the Earth. It is in the second edition booklet, the one that fits in a box, but it looks like it's been taken out of the third edition booklet. So if you have the third edition, you don't have the Earth Star chakra at the bottom, which is a shame. So I started reading about all the different chakras that I don't normally use. I use the 7 chakras here until the crown. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. I use the Earth Star and I use the Soul Star. But when I say this about the Earth Star and Soul Star, they're such powerful chakras that they're non-physical, that I actually am learning for the moment. So I had this. I was reading this and I thought, actually, I think this deck, the Lioness. Hi, Aunt Naomi. I'm having a reflection about the Lioness Oracle Tarot, which I was saying that I can't use the way it's been created by the creator, because yeah, to me it's not an earthly tarot, it's a otherworldly tarot, or another otherworldly oracle, and I can't use it like this. So the reflection was, I wanted to look at other decks. Some I don't use much, and because I've put them aside, thinking when I start reading for higher chakras, I will use them. And now is the time, because I'm starting to study more and learn more. So I was going through the Star Child Tarot chakra system. I have other chakra books, but none with 12 chakras. And I don't know if you have this, the Star Child deck. That's the second edition booklet. And this one has the Earth Star chakra too. So it's actually 13 chakras. Where in the third edition booklet, the one that was outside of the box, the Earth Star chakra disappeared, which is weird. So anyway, with this reflection, I thought what I'll do as a presentation, I'll just pick some cards from the Star Child, but then I have this Lioness Oracle Tarot. I don't know what to do with, and I know full well this is a connection tarot. This is a connection or with guides, or actually with other words. I don't know which words, right? But I know it's a connection with other words. So then it depends what you believe in and what your experience will take you through. Because I didn't believe in archangels. Yeah, Little Red Tarot sells them. Yeah. I didn't believe in archangels, and through Rasoma, I work with the archangel energy, and I'm more a believer now because I've experienced the energy. So, we all change our mind and experiment, and it's all our own. I'm not trying to convince anyone, it's just a reflection I'm having right now. So, this Lioness Tarot Oracle, I can't use the way the creators created it. There's no way. It doesn't work for me, but I can surely use it by contacting guides, contacting other entities. I know this. And the same with the Star Child. I've been very frustrated about it. When I saw it, the first edition coming out, I held a bit. I thought, I'll see how people get on with it. And they were raving and raving about it. And I thought, okay, I'll try it. It seems to be exactly the type of tarot I want. So I bought the second edition, used it a bit, not much. The third edition, because it had no borders, used it a bit, not much. And actually, the way it's been built, constructed as a tarot, does not speak to me. So I'm trying to use them because they're tarot I love and I really want to use, but it doesn't click yet. So I thought about using them with other cards and using them for the extended chakra system that you can find on the Star Child Tarot. So going back to the Earth Star, which is actually I call it the incarnation chakra. It's the one where your roots are going to, right? Your base chakra, the roots under your feet, they go straight in the earth, and in there's the Earth Star chakra. And I believe this is what you could call, how do you call it? Gravity. It's like your gravity, your own gravity chakra, right? It's the one that keeps you on the earth. It's the one that keeps you alive, actually, and on the earth. I believe it's that. So it says here, the Earth Star chakra extends below our feet and aligns and connects with the energetic crystalline structure of the Earth and grounds us with its inherent uncoded memories and strengths. It's also the grounding point for the entire complexity of the extended chakra system, as well as our encoded DNA origins and karmic patterns. Yeah, so that's a lot. So it's the DNA origin, encoded DNA origin and karmic patterns. So it means that somehow there's some past life thing in there. So it's actually your essence, it seems, for this life that's linked to the other lives that would be here. I mean, it's mind blowing, you know, when you read this. It's you have to believe in it, obviously. But to make it simple, let's say that it's our life chakra, as in with a big L, you know. It's the one, our life on earth right now chakra. So I thought, what card would I pick for that? Would I pick a card that says, you know, show me what this chakra is like? Well, then, yes, I could do that. Let's say this, the Knight of Wands here. But as I said, I think I'm going to get rid of the titles because they just stop me from looking into the picture, really. And there's a lot here, and I can't just see everything. But first, the yellow rose. So it's to do with the power. So you've come with power. Also, I don't know what that is. I don't think, where's the booklet? I don't think she describes in the booklet, does she? That's annoying, Knight of Wands. Because you can't make out everything that's there. No, she doesn't say it. But there's a yellow rose, a red rose, a type of panther, or, and I don't know, there's a device here. I'm not even sure what it is. Oh, it's a type of instrument, but it, to me, it looks like it's constricted. But it's about creativity, the Knight of Wands, isn't it? But there is a constriction in this card, I feel, though. I mean, even the animal is not exactly moving. And orange, like that, it's, you do feel at the center of the earth. That's what I mean. This is not a normal tarot. This is a tarot that's been channeled from somewhere else, and I really believe in it. Even if it's higher inspiration, if people don't believe anything else, there's higher inspiration in these cards. And let's say you get this for the Earth Star, you know that, let's say your life path, if that's your life path you're looking at, is to be creative and also to break the shackles, what's constricting you. Is that a book, maybe a book of knowledge? What do you mean, Naomi? Is that a book? Yeah, this, you mean the cards? Yeah. I'm very, you know, it's a reflection, and I thought I'll do it live because otherwise, you know, doing it on video on my own is a bit boring. But look at these two. You know, if you have brothers and sisters and you come together, if you have twins, you come together. Look at all the gifts one has, and the other one has a lot less gifts. And I mean, personally, I can see a lot in that. I can see a lot. Eight of Swords. Here it's a person who can connect to the other word. I don't know. This is karmic. So I don't want to read this tarot like any other tarot. And I thought about pairing it with other decks because that's my whole point too. It's that on its own. I mean, look at that. That's even going into past lives. It's judgment. It's one of the most pretty judgment cards I've ever seen. Just wonderful. So, because it's the Earth Star, I thought to pair it with the oversouls, the crystal oversouls. So what I did with this one, if you can see it, I added some keywords myself in light yellow here. You can't see the keywords in themselves, but because me and, you know, and stones were not exactly acquainted yet. But I thought that, you know, if you get the cards together, look at this. I just find that this is why it shows me it's not a regular tarot, because these two, for example, it's just such a powerful combination. I think I could talk about it for hours, right? I feel like actually here I'm going down the canal of incarnation with the Muscovite. Yeah. So I'm going to try pairing them together, these two, and see how it works out. There's a third deck that wants to try and work with them too. And oh, I forgot all the names. It's about like 40 degrees outside, and my brain is so slow. And I worked all day. How's this one called? Oh, the sacred geometry. The sacred geometry. So there's something otherworldly about the sacred geometry, but I'm a bit scared they're a bit samey. So I don't like that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna add this one, but this one too. It's a deck I don't really use much, but look at that. It's otherworldly. It's I think it'd be perfect for all these other chakras. And I haven't even read about other chakras yet. Where's my booklet? What have we got? I'll read from the bigger one. So then we've got the soul star. It's the eighth chakra. It's above the head. It's here. That's the air. So the soul star is down, right? Then we get to the eight. I've already done the seven in my video on the tarot sun. So the soul star, it's a gateway from divine sources and light between all your lower and higher chakras. Okay, so obviously the light comes through, right? If you do any meditation, you use it without even knowing it. I don't know if they're activated. You see, that's another question I have. I know my earth star is activated because I meditate with it. Because I tell you what, I'm so not grounded that I need an anchor, like, you know, the heaviest anchor ever to do every day to to be a little bit grounded. So the soul star, it allows you to tap into the endless flow of unconditional love that exists in the universe. Access this chakra for personal healing and to strengthen all your physical lower chakras. Okay, so that's a healing chakra. So healing. What could we use for the soul star chakra? Healing. I've got healing, huh? I haven't thought about that. Well, maybe this one would be good for healing, actually. I'll take these away and I'll leave them together because now I'm doing pairs and they're staying together, and I'm going to work with them and see what works, what doesn't. And what doesn't, I will sell. So healing, that would be a good one because I remember the creator, Francine Hart, when she painted the backs, she said that it was so powerful that she actually went into her own, she went through the portal here and went traveling, in other words, just painting these. Even the back is a painting. So healing, I think this is a good healing deck. I would need to take these out because they don't really, for healing, they don't really work. But this would, yes, that would be a good healing deck, wouldn't it? Less the geometry shape. So okay, healing would be this. What else could I put with it then? They're amazing cards. Each one is a painting, each one is a meditation on its own. I would love to see them bigger and without all the color around, and you know, once again the production let it down. Look at that, spiraling in love. That's so healing. It does, doesn't it? Oh, I'm a bit high. Oops, sorry. As I said, I have no brains today. It's extremely hot here, and I've had 3 customers fainting. Oh my God. And look at that. The flower of life with an angel like that holding it. It's so powerful. So that's a great healing one. Okay, we'll keep that one with the with the chakras. We'll keep that one. I'll just yeah. I know. We keep telling them, yeah, they come from northern France. I'm in the south of France, and we keep telling them drink a lot and stop and have a rest, but they don't realize and they get dehydrated and they don't realize it's okay that they don't die or anything, but they feel unwell. Everybody feels unwell here for the moment. So yes, healing. Oh, look at that as a healing. Oh, that's a powerful one. So okay, that's decided. That's my soul star chakra deck, right? But with this taken out because I don't think they would add anything. The geometrical shape. I can use them in another deck or something. So yes, and that's 1 and 2. It's called the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck and Sacred Geometry cards. There's 2 sets that I've put together. They've got different backs, but they're the same size. That was the other one's back too. So just lovely, lovely cards. Yeah, it's a great healing deck. So I'll keep that for a healing deck. What else have I got for healing here? I didn't bring them all out, but it feels like I did. But let's see here. Now that's more goddess. Um, Maybe I could use an affirmation deck with it, like this one. Let's see. I'm never sure which one it is. I've got 2 that are exactly the same. And it's even not by alphabetical order. Isn't that annoying? Please, people, put your decks in your books in alphabetical order because otherwise we can't find any cards. Let's see. I don't know which one of the decks it is. Sorry, I'm failing. Hi, Sea Willow Herbs. I'm trying to find a friend for my 8th chakra soul star deck, which I've decided right now is going to be my healing deck because it's a healing chakra. It's a chakra to connect and heal all the body chakras, right? So this works well. And I thought maybe I'll use this, but I can't find the name. I think it's let me find the book. I've got I apologize. I've got so many. I think it's the Inner Star deck. Let's see. Yes, it's the Inner Star deck, Oracle deck. So I think they could work together. Let's have a look. Let's have a look how they could work together. Yeah. Oh yes. I think the matching pair for healing, isn't it? I think they would work great together. Let's do this. So I've got my 8th chakra. That's done. So I'll keep that as my 8th chakra. So the first 2 decks, I said the Lioness Oracle, and the other one was the Earth Star. Now that's the Soul Star, and we carry on. Then we've got the Spirit Cosmic Chakra. It's chakra 9. Oh, my light is going. I've been struggling all afternoon because the sun was coming straight through it. So if you excuse me for a minute, I'm just going to open a shutter. Just a minute. I'm trying not to make too much noise with the mic. Reattaching it. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, that's better because the sun has moved, so all of a sudden it's dark. So, spirit cosmic chakra. This chakra connects with the divine light of your spirit, your guides, right? The angelic realm, and your higher self. Connecting to this chakra allows you to understand your spiritual blueprint, innate gifts and skills, and personal source of true creativity. This chakra encodes the source energy of abilities and traits that you have carried throughout lifetimes. In other words, what comes naturally to you in each incarnation. Okay. Mm, your guides, the angelic realm. So I have a deck for this actually. I'm not sure if it will work, but that's another one that I don't use, and I know full well it's a powerful deck. But you know, when you recognize that you have a powerful deck and it doesn't work for you, and you're not sure how to use it, maybe try like to do like me, just use it for something completely different and ignore the book, ignore whatever people are telling you about it. And it's the dreams of Gaia. Now, I got this in a trade very late. The Chakra Mindset Oracle. Let me Google it because, as I said, it's 40 degrees here and my brain is not working. Chakra Mindset Oracle. Let me see what it looks like because I've got a few chakra sets. Pictures. Oh, yes, I do a bit. You see, my problem is I've if you followed me, you know, I've started reading chakras through regular tarot because regular tarot started showing me chakras, and they showed me that I should work with chakras. So every time I use chakra card, I'm disappointed, and I'm not saying it's not a beautiful deck and it's not fantastic. I just don't know how to use it because I don't know how to use chakra decks really. Every time I try and use them, there's a kind of limitation for me where I don't understand, for example, and that's a very easy example. If, let's say, your um, heart chakra, right? You're looking in your heart chakra, and then on it, you get a violet chakra card. And to me, it's confusing. I don't know how to use that, but I do understand when I'm reading for the chakras on my heart chakra, and then I get the magician in it. That I understand, you see, and I think it goes with my way of thinking. So I still got the deck, and it's still with me, which means it's a very good deck, but I don't use it much, I must admit. And I might do one day an update of the chakra decks I've kept. Some I use, the chakra wisdom I use all the time because that's another one that I call my baby. I know it's not very popular in a way because it's not intellectual, it's not otherworldly, but I love, to me, I see guides in it, I see so much in it that I can't put this deck down. But anyway, coming back to the dreams of Gaia, I had a oracle deck which I sold pretty quick because it was full of weird creatures, and I'm not a weird creature person. I'm not a dark tarot person. None of that works for me. I need smooth, soft decks, and even with softness, I can see the hardness because the softness makes me relax, and then I can go into heavier um, subjects if needed. So I never wanted to buy this deck, but getting in the trade, I thought, okay. And for the spirit cosmic chakra, for connecting to the light of spirit, your guides, the angelic realm, and the higher self, I think it could work because it's very otherworldly too. At the same time, yeah, I don't know. I think it could work. I mean, I have a deck that does all that, and it's my Aura Soma deck. I can go through all the chakras with it. But today was really to try and decipher what kind of decks I had and how to work with them with chakras. So the way I'm doing it now, it means that for each chakra, I'm gonna get all these decks. So if I do it professionally, I need, the huge table, like the banquet table for kings and queens, where like you can have 14 people on each side. And for me, it's gonna be all my decks, really. But they look like guides, don't they? I haven't even read the guidebook. Um, and your higher self, that could be your higher self. If you try and portray your higher self, it could be one of the me too, New Age Lunatic. I found a French one, a French chakra set that's absolutely fantastic, but I can't find it in English. That's absolutely fantastic. I can't. So the French one is actually my study deck because it's got all the correspondences, the body correspondences, everything on it. All the others, they're pretty and they're okay, but the chakra wisdom, like this other decks I'm talking about, has given me different meanings, and that's why I'm keeping it because it's giving me different meanings. Otherwise, I wouldn't have kept it either. So I think that would work for Divine Light of Spirit. Look at that, isn't it? So I'm going to try this for the Spirit Cosmic Chakra, and I've got what other decks can I put? Oh yeah, I've got this Goddess deck that I haven't used in a while. It's called the Journey to the Goddess Realm Oracle deck. And I've always kept it, and I don't use it, but I've always kept it because I love the illustration. There's 3 cards of negation, affirmation, revelation, and then all the goddesses. And I find them exquisite. I love the drawings. There's a lot to go on. It's not bare pictures. It's not beautiful thin women. Okay, Naomi, bye bye. See you soon. It's not a pretty thin woman with flowing hair and long dresses because that honestly makes me sick to my stomach. I just can't take it. Um, well, like that. But I mean, one is okay. One is okay. But all of them, I just can't. It's like, it'd be like overload. So let's see together. See, because then I could get, maybe it'd be too many people together. I don't know. I don't know if they would work together. Let's see. What about the Seeds of Shakti? That's another deck I love. And I don't use that much. But I want, I pick a card now and again because it fills me with joy. This deck. It's just, look at the moon, how pretty it is. It's just a pretty deck. But I don't know if they could go together. It's that kind of energy, isn't it? It's divine light of spirit, guides, angelic realm. Or maybe angelic realm. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I'll move. Maybe not. See, maybe it's not that. So I know it's a reflection. I'm just showing a lot of decks and I'm playing with them. I'm just doing it live. So maybe not. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working. So let's try with these. I have, if we're talking about angel, that's my favorite archangel deck by Stuart Pearce. And it's the Angel of Atlantis with the angel heart sigils. Oh, I need to drink water. Now, they seem to resonate better. What's great about this deck, one of them has the sigils, and if not, it's an orb on the others. Let me find it. Where are they? Here. It's an orb. And it's fine, they go well together, they're the same size. And I think, see if I get message from my guides with Archangel message. That's better. I think it fits better than the others. So here we are. These would work together. These would work together. Yeah. After this, I'm not saying they're easy to read. But let's say like this, it doesn't say anything right now. But when you have a proper question, or you link it, to a proper question or topic, then it starts talking. Obviously, when you just look at it like this, it's more general. But look how great! I think they go well together. Actually, for me, yeah. So that's sold. And I've got another one that's a bit black like this, and I was wondering if it would work too. And that's let's see if it's in the shamanic healing. And I think it would work well together too, because it's another piece of information. This is more earthy. So I was hesitating between the spirit cosmic chakra or the earth star chakra. I was wondering, because a few people arrived now, I can see 14 people, not everybody's commenting. They do, they all look great together. Now, we're not on Instagram, so not to put Instagram down, because sometimes I look at pictures and enjoy, watching lovely tarot pictures. But for me, they've got to work together. Looking good is great. It's a good start, right? But it's not enough. They've got to work well together. But I think they bounce off each other image-wise already, so that could be a start. Yeah. See, I think it does. Okay, that's sold. I'm going to try, these three together. And that's for chakra number 9, the spirit cosmic. Hi, Becky Biddle. You're mesmerized. Okay, well, you can be quiet. That's fine. Sometimes I watch live chats. I just say hello and then I never say another word for 2 hours because, I like listening, and sometimes I play with my decks while I'm watching too. So I do other things. So we've got 3 chakras already. We've got, it's not in this book. Do you know what? How that annoys me? The 3rd edition of the Star Child. I know I'm repeating myself, but they omitted to put the Earth Star chakra in it. And no one noticed. I've watched, how many reviews has there been of the 3rd edition of that deck? And nobody said that there was the chakra missing on a booklet. Or is it just my booklet? I'll show you. Where's the other one here? See here. Heidi. So you've got the root chakra and then the Earth Star, and it's not there. It's just been taken off the 3rd edition. What a shame. Anyway, and nobody's mentioned it. So now we're getting to the universal chakra, and you can see it's here, number 10. So it's quite high. Can you see? Yes. It's quite high. After the soul star, the spirit. Now it's universal chakra. And what does the universal chakra do? One unity consciousness is understood. The chakra connects the light body with the physical self, fostering an understanding of your place within the universe. The center aligns with starseed information, the encoded memories of past incarnation and connections to other star systems. So I understand the encoded memories of past incarnation means it's the Akashic records, right? So this the universal chakra. Ah, no, no, no. Akashic chakra is above. So what's the difference between Akashic records and encoded memories of past incarnation? Hmm. Oh, it aligns with starseed information. This chakra enables the awareness of your spirit self beyond the confines of your physical body. Well, that's where I've lived all my life. I've lived in my universal chakra. Oh my. So, what deck could represent the universal chakra? Because if it's not the Akashic records, because the Akashic records is the one above. So, it connects to the light body. It connects the light body with the physical self. So it means that oh, hmm. Right. So it's your universal consciousness. Okay. Universal consciousness. Let's go on this, right? Because yes, Becky Bido. When I did my chakra readings professionally, I only read 7 chakras. And that was, when was I professional? 10 years ago or more? And bit by bit, as consciousness evolves, new chakras are coming to light. And that's what it is. Now, not everybody agrees on all the chakras. So I thought I would take something that we all understand that comes from a tarot book. Because if I start on chakra books, then we'll never finish because they will have different points of view on things. So I'd rather use one system and then stick to it and see what works for me. And then I tweak it to make it work for me. And that's how I work. So what decks could I use for this? So the light. Oh, I think I know. Unity consciousness, universal chakra. I think I'm going to use the Star Child. Yeah, I'm going to use the Star Child for that. So that's the oops, 3rd edition. Trying to have a straight. I'm not straight. Sorry, guys. Try and function when it's so hot. Yes, I'll use the Star Child for that. That's my universal consciousness. I think it's a good deck for that, isn't it? Universal consciousness deck. I didn't want to buy the 3rd edition because I had the second one. And actually, I don't use the second one anymore and use the 3rd. You see how you change your mind? Never say never. But I think she added more men in it or something. I'm not sure what she did. I can't remember now the changes there were. But the colors please me better. The format too. And because they're like models who don't move, I can't use it as a regular tarot. Once again, I can't say, oh, am I going to get the job tomorrow? Page of Swords. Well, what on earth? She's standing there being all pretty in a beautiful dress. You know what I mean? With 3 swords on each side. Yes, I could maybe read it, but it's not, with all the moon phases, it's not exactly, it's not an earthly deck, let's face it. It's not for every day. Will I get some money? Well, I don't know, but cosmically, you will be aligned, dear. That's all I can say. So, sorry, I'm getting silly. It's the heat. But look at that Knight of Swords. She's not going out there to, on a horse. Hi, Zoe. She's not going out there on a horse to, with all her power of thought and going after it. Not at all. She's about to dip her pretty manicured toe into cosmic light. So it's Eh, yeah. So this is perfect for chakra number 10, the universal chakra. Okay, that's decided. Chakra number 10 is this one. With, I have a deck that lives with it. It's just like twins. Because would you believe this? They're exactly the same size. They have the same gilding. The backs, sorry, I thought they don't have the same backs at all. The backs go wonderful together. They're just perfect. And this is the Sacred Creators Oracle. So it's they must have the same printer because it's same cardstock, same colors, same, yeah, same gilding. So if you want your higher consciousness, your universal consciousness to give you a message, wouldn't that be great together? Because you have your star child that's all pretty and etheric and light body, and even the sea doesn't look from here. Um, and then you have these powerful messages that are positive, but not just that. There's also sacred geometry here, which once again, I'm not sure if she put, let's see, it's by Krisan, and there's a great book that comes with it. Gratitude again. Let's see. Um, mm, I can't find it. It's not in alphabetical order. Oh, it's by number. Sorry. It's me who's sorry, I'm a bit slow, guys. It's about 40 degrees here. So, gratitude again, page 167. I'll show it to you if you haven't seen this deck. I hesitated to get this deck. I'm not a big on affirmation. It's like, oh, what a lovely day you're going to have today. Well, geez, thanks. But tell me more. I don't know. But I started reading about her and her story and who she is, and she's the kind of woman I like. So I thought I'll try her deck. So gratitude again, gratitude, a new level of manifestation, skills, joy, and abundance. It's true. If you say your gratitudes every day, every morning, your gratitude to wake up and you're not in pain and you can get up and you can eat and keep your food, and then maybe you have a job to go to, you've got a loved one next to you, be grateful, because a lot of people just don't have that basic. So she's right. Um, so there's 2.5, 3 pages on one card. She helps you to journal. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool deck. So that's my 2 decks. Are you pairing a tarot and oracle? Yes, I am, Zoe. I am. But I'm going. The thing is, just to recap quickly, the Lioness Oracle Tarot, because of it, because I don't want to use it, it seemed otherworldly to me. I tried to do readings with it, and all I could get were messages from above, as I can call above, and not earthly messages. So I thought, actually, I've got other decks that I don't use because of the format they've been given. They don't work for me. So I've put a mess over my table where I'm supposed to eat. And I've got all these decks out that I think have messages from higher messages, let's say, and I'm pairing them together. And I think these two, will do wonderfully for the universal chakra. Because as I said, I don't see a 9 of Cups here. You see what I mean? Exactly. I wish the cups weren't even on here. I wish it was an oracle a little bit. But anyway. So we have, well, so far I found 4 chakras like this. You see, it's nice going through the decks, and the decks you don't use. especially even the ones you use, but you can use them differently. So now let's move to chakra number 11. And of course, this is, excuse me, this is a series because I'm just starting with all these chakras. Then I'm going to do some spread. I'm going to follow the spread. There's a spread I can talk about after. And I'm going to pull one card for each level and see where it takes me. See if these chakras are open first, because they might not be. You need higher consciousness. I mean, to be here, I've been on chakra 10 all my life. I know this. I'm a star child, although I wasn't born in the 2000 or whatever, but I am a star child. So I've come to us with knowledge of a certain connection. Let's put it like this, without being too woo woo. I don't need that. So for me, my challenge in this life is to be in these chakras. It's not; these are to me quite easy. These are very difficult, and especially here. My earth chakra, I actually bought a Nara Soma bottle that I've got downstairs, and the color is red, like deep red. And honestly, I looked at it and I felt like vomiting because it's the earth star chakra one. That's how violent it is to me to be so grounded. And I love the earth, I love the planet, but I love the space too. So anyway, we're moving on to chakra 11, the galactic Akashic chakra. This chakra connects with your own Akashic records and enables the activation of your spiritual gifts. There, that's where you can see, that's why you can first tap into the Akashic records and then talk about the spiritual gifts. So this is very interesting because it's a trend now in tarot, isn't it? A lot of, well, a few readers I've seen are trying to tap into that level, and I am too. Because if you're like me, you're not too sure what your gift is and where your life path is. And even after all this time with tarot, I can give good advice. And for me, it's more difficult. But, you know, it's always like this, isn't it? So, Akashic Records, that's a big subject. Akashic Records and spiritual gifts. What deck can I use for that? Do you have any Akashic Records deck? Oh my. Um, let's see, what have I got here? I could use, okay, maybe I could use these. I don't know. I have these three that I use together. And I'm not sure if it would work for that. Akashic Records. I know there's an Akashic Tarot that came out lately, I think from Australia, isn't it? But when I looked at it, it wasn't exactly for me. So Akashic Records, I'm not sure yet, but there's one tarot here that I absolutely adore too, and I can't read as a tarot deck. It's the cats, what is it? The cat people tarot. Uh, I don't know if I can put the camera down a bit. I haven't even moved the camera. I'm so brain dead. Oh, yeah, I can zoom. There. So, the cat people tarot. Now, there are 4 words. I don't have the book up here, but I have the booklet. Where is it? 4 words. So, 4 different planets for the 4 different suits. Oh, it doesn't explain it here, does it? Yes, the outer regions, that's it. So you have the outer regions, and there are 4 different outer regions. shown in these cards. So obviously, hard again, once again, to say, am I going to meet anyone? And looking at these cards, you think maybe you're going to adopt a cat, right? Because that's what would come to mind. But no, but seriously, look at the beauty of these cards. I just love it. And this feels a lot more, to me, Akashic, doesn't it? It's like, I don't know. Oh, there's a white card. That's interesting. I leave it in because of all the patterns. I think you can read a lot into the patterns here. It could work akashically talking. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, that's exquisite. Yeah. Or maybe get in touch through the cards. I don't know. And then the ones I use normally for past lives is my card divinatoire d'Algariel. So that's a French divination deck, and if you follow my channel, you've seen it before. Um, so with this one, I normally go through past lives, but Akashic is more than just past lives, and that's where maybe I need a more cosmic deck, like generally cosmic, and I don't know if I have that. I'm not sure, but I know this works for past lives. This works for past lives, and they work together. So I could use that. And I have too the Doreen Virtue Past Life Oracle. That gives me some information about, a topic to look at, like that, and that. What would it mean? So I think they go well together too, these three. But I'm not sure if it's Akashic enough. I think maybe it's just too past life-ish, right? And not Akashic enough. Because Akashic Records, my God, when you think about it, imagine the biggest library on the planet here, on planet Earth, right? And then you imagine it on a universal level, as in it's got the recorded history of everything of the Earth, of all the planets, of all the life on all the planets, on all the solar systems or different systems, and it's got all that. So can it be in cards? I'm not sure. I'm not sure this is going to work. I'll need to rethink about the Akashic one. Um, because this is too past life. This is just one aspect of it. And maybe I need to bring an oracle that would punch it towards the universal, more universal side of it. And this is more too much about one life, right? If you see what I mean. It needs to be more cosmic. So this is one of the combination that works well in readings, but not on this level of chakra, I think. I need to go higher and better. Put that on the floor because I've got no more space anywhere. So I'll have to redo the Galactic Akasha one. I'll try it. It might work with this because it's weird enough and it's other planets, right? Maybe that would transport me if I start with this and then use these two. Let's try it. So that's for chakra number 11. And there's one more left. Chakra 12, the source celestial chakra. And this one is way above there. And it represents the divine connection with source. Here you may access the higher realms and dimensions associated with cosmic travel and bilocation. I don't even know what bilocation is. That I don't know. Oh, that can be here and somewhere else at the same time. Well, that's every day. That's what I'm trying to ground. This chakra also acts as a stargate to higher forms of knowledge and consciousness. Activate this chakra to connect with the source energy of the universe. Oh, this is the God chakra, if you believe in God, the God chakra. Let's try the Goddess Tarot. Then, let's see. The Goddess Tarot. That's another one that, the Dark Goddess Tarot, sorry, by Ellen Lorenzi Prince. That's another one that's very frustrating to me. I love it, but it's not, it shouldn't be a tarot, right? To me, it should be an oracle. The lovers here, I don't see what the lovers does on this card, right? But if I read Freya, sure, I can see the story then. I haven't been able to community for a long time. How about Chris Butler's Quantum Tarot for Akashic? You know what? I don't know it. I know Chris Butler because I've got his other deck, the Healing Light deck. It's called, I think, Tarot for the Healing Light Tarot. I'll look into the Quantum Tarot for Akashic. Thanks, Zephyr. So yes, a frustration with this one. I love it, but it's not a tarot to me. It should have been an oracle. So what do? I don't want to cut the cards, but it annoys me that it's the Eight of Pentacles. It's got nothing to do with the Eight of Pentacles for me. No disrespect to any creators. I'm just weird. I don't always follow what people put. It's not because it says do not eat after 10 p.m. that I won't eat after 10 p.m. You know what I mean? I make my own mind. And on this one, it's just not a tarot, but it's a wonderful goddess deck. It's not fluffy. They're not with hair floating and their forever dresses, covering all the planets underneath. No, no, they're proper goddesses. Look at them. They're here for business, right? And I like that. So obviously it's a feminine deck, feminine energy. The PDF that comes with it is very extensive. Yeah, I'll have to rethink my Akashic one, but I'll carry on with the latest one, the source celestial chakra. So that could be one because they're goddesses, so they're celestial, right? And I understand goddesses. I haven't found any gods decks that work for me yet. So it's a shame too that it's not gods and goddesses. That's what I would have loved from this actually. It's to have gods and goddesses oracle. Dark god and goddesses. And dark, I don't know why, because they're not that dark. Look at her, Lady of the Lake. She's not, they're not that dark. So with this, I was thinking maybe, what can I put? Because I need a tarot. I'm a tarot reader. I need a tarot in every structure of because oh my god, well yeah, I could say okay, the star, for example, here, but then I would read the picture and it's not the picture of a star to me, and I need the picture of the star to interpret it because I know what the star means, but it's not that. I need the proper tarot. So what other tarot have I got here? I've got, oh, how is it called? Navigators of the Mystic Sea, I think. Is it? Yes, it is. So it's a US games deck that the person who set up the printing just did everything to kill that tarot and managed to kill the tarot. So because I just found it so exquisite, I scanned the 78 cards. I scanned them, imagine 78 cards. It took me 2 months, I think, because you have to scan them to perfection, you see. So, the printing will be good. And then I did my own print through make playing cards. So obviously there's only one copy of it and it's mine and I don't sell it or anything, it's just mine. But if you've never seen that tarot without, I don't know what they did here. There was a lot of white and it wasn't even straight at the bottom and big white borders and the picture just like so small that you needed, hi Red Moon, you needed a magnifier to see the picture and look at it now, right? If you compare it to the Goddess Tarot, that's already a big tarot, it looks fine now. So look at that Two of Wands. Now it's self-paced, this tarot, and I must say I haven't got the book. Oh yeah, the fear. It's my little love. I mean, I spent 2 months scanning it and then ordering it, and I paid a lot for it. Well, a lot. You know what I mean? The printing, everything, and I got it in a. I just did a. I ordered it with a normal box, white box, and it's just wonderful. Just a normal white box. It's great for make playing cards if you ever do it. Um, so let's see. I've got the other cards showing. Oh. It's not the most perfect print, but they look quite good, don't they? Compared to, I left the backs black. I didn't want to fancy anything at the back. I just needed a decent depiction of this deck that's so beautiful and original and creative that I could work with it because I knew that today would come, as in one day I would want to work with a deck that's so up there, out there, and everywhere, right? That actually I don't mind not having the book. I tried twice. A friend of mine in the US tried twice to send it to me. I never received it. So I don't know if she ever sent it because normally I receive everything. And it's an out of print book and it's really annoying. Never got it. But at the same time, look at these pictures. Aren't they just out of this world? And out of this world, I know, Sophie. I know. Look at this deck. And nobody's talking about it. Nobody's using it because US games, there's probably a prettier word than the one I'm thinking about. Trashed. That's it. Trashed the printing. So Zephyr says, I'd love to do it. Maybe have a go. It looks amazing. Have you got the trilogy? No, 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 no. I've got nothing. I just got the original deck, which I sold now. And I scanned the 78 pictures and I ordered it in make playing cards and I ordered the large size. So if you look at, have I got a normal size deck? Geez, all my decks are like weird sized. Yeah, I've got a Tower of the Spirit here. So you see the size, right? That's a normal US games deck size. I just did the wide large because I knew. You see, we get frustrated with some decks that they're too small, they're printed too small. Look at this one. It needs to be printed big. Now we can see the picture. Nobody knows this deck because of it. And now when you see it like this, you think, oh my God, why didn't they do it like this, right? And I kept really a small title, very small. That's Universe. And I used the same title. Um, Look at Destiny. You have so much to go on that it's a proper deck, full tarot deck, but people don't realize it because of the bad job US Games did with it. So thanks to them to have printed it, obviously, but what a job they did. So I had to do this, and now I need to drink. Now when I look at it, I'm so happy. Look at it. I'm going to show you some more cards. Okay, Zephyr. I think I'll read it. I'll look for it then, the trilogy. Oh, yes, Dee. Can you see how beautiful it is? Mm. Honestly, do it because you're not. you're not infringing any copyright because I'm not selling it, right? And I've shown it only once on camera, so it's not like I'm promoting anything. Oh, hi, Gaviota Cosmica. It's the. I just have the little white book. See, that's the little white book next to it. It's so big. So I use the large size. If you want to print it, I use the large size tarot cards because I knew the artwork deserved it. And look at that. Well, this one's white. I left it white. I used the white card too. Look at the sun. Have you got any decks? Even that's the Shadowscape. Yes, the Shadowscape. I would do it too, Sophie. I often thought about that, but I don't. I like the Shadowscape, but it doesn't talk to me. But this talks to me. And isn't it fantastic to come back to our chakra? Because really, that's what we were talking about. To come back to our source chakra, celestial chakra. See the details? Nobody's seen these cards before, and everybody knows this deck. There's so much on each card. So I'll show you some more because we like looking at cards. That's the Eight of Cups. Look at the shadows here. It could be an incarnation thing, right? It could be an incarnation thing. So I think it works well. I don't know, maybe on this level or the level before for the Akashic. The Wheel of Fortune. Have you got any deck with the Wheel of Fortune like this? Honestly, I don't bring it out often because I don't want to upset anyone because I've reworked a deck. And thank you, Gaviota. But I see a lot of decks coming out now, and then I have a few references here, and I'm like, they're not as good as the decks I have, right? It's like, oh, gee, another animal deck coming out. Great. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's another animal deck. You know what I mean? It's got everything here: animals, angels, blue people, yellow people, people from all planets. So I might use it for Akasha. I'm not sure. Bring it down one notch for Akasha and then keep the goddesses for the top. Yeah. Just every detail. I'll show you all the cards if you want. Oh, a lot anyway. I can see that Simon from Hermit's Cave came on if you want to join him. I might join him in a minute too, but I wanted to finish with this. Nobody's seen these cards before, and we all know this deck. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. 5 of Swords. You feel the pain. You've been through the fight. Yeah. There's an owl here for the Ace of Cups. Another one there. There's lizards here. He's got tattoos. Five of Wands. It's one of the most beautiful decks out there, and nobody talks about it because of the printing. But I could see it. And I thought if I ever redo just one deck in my life, it's this one because they've messed it up so bad. And I did a pretty good job with a normal printer. You know what I mean? I'm not even. This is now imagine it if you have the originals and you make your own deck. I mean, that would have been even more stunning. But look at that strength card. Oh my god. Isn't that a strength card? Even her womb is on fire, right? And her brain is coming out of her head because she's got the power. Yeah. So might use it for Akashic or might use it for Source Celestial. I'll see. I'll see how it goes. I need to move on a little bit because I'm getting tired. But even the priestess, look at that. It's like a puppet on strings. Yeah, for diversity alone, it would for Akashic. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. I think I'll put it a notch down and I'll put it to Akashic. And then Divine Connection, I'll keep this one. Because I wasn't too happy. Akashic, it was just too past life-ish. And Akashic is more than this. It's universe. It's universal. Yeah, so the High Priestess, somebody walking on a rope walking. A dog here. There's oh, and here there's war underneath. You can see that. It looks like the Second World War going on at the bottom. How interesting for the priestess. So yeah, Akashic. Okay, we've decided that's an Akashic deck. So you're going back just one notch down to the Akashic level, right? Okay. So I'll have to rework my Akashic because I'm gonna close in a minute. But I just wanted to show that then there's a spread. My little son Jano says, "Hola." Hola. Hola, Jano. Jano? So that was the Navigators of the Mystic Sea. Like you've never seen it before, guys. And yes, the spread. So then there's a spread that's linked to it, and it's called the Metatron spread. And it goes from the third eye chakra, so the fifth chakra, then the crown, then the soul star, spirit cosmic, universal, akashic, and celestial. And there's questions with all these. So that's what I'll do. Thank you, Zephyr. I'll stop now because it's been an hour and 21 minutes. Honestly, I'm going to drop with the 40 degrees out here. But I'm glad I shared all this with you. And I'm going to rework my last two chakras with the decks and see what works. I'm going to look at the Chris Butler deck that was suggested to me. Thank you very much. The Akashic Chris Butler. And then I'll come back at another point, sometime this week, to do the Metatron spread and see what we think about these chakras and what they do. I mean, I know the third eye and crown. Soul Star, I've started working with it consciously because you see, you might be working with it unconsciously. That's the thing. And I want to see if they're conscious and unconscious. Ah, Sophie, merci. So I'll come back at some point and do that spread. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with me that long and my long rambling about decks. I've got many more on this table, but so far we've worked really well together. The Quantum Tarot. Okay, I'll look at that, Zephyr. Thanks very much, and I'll catch up with you all very soon. Bye bye.